Hi guys, so this is my first video. It's going to be all about weaning, something that we're doing at the minute with my 19-week-old Matthew. We spotted some signs that he was ready, so we thought, no time like the present. I should say that there's a new study come out and they've said that you should now wait until your baby is 6 months old because they're getting all the nutrition from the milk. But personally, I think if the baby's showing signs that they're ready for food, they're wanting a bit more than milk, then go for it. They do say about 17-ish weeks is when the digestive system is ready to start taking food. We started about 17 weeks. So I thought I'd start with equipment. I do know that's first time mums aren't entirely sure about what to start with, what to get, what's best, because there's such a big range of things that you can get. I'm just going to stick with the basics. I did with my 2.5-year-old, so I'll show you what we've started with. So obviously your main thing is spoons. These are my favourite spoons. They are Tommy Tippy from their Explorer range. I don't know if you can see, it's Tommy Tippy there. These are brilliant spoons. I've never seen them before, and they are flexi spans, flexible, which is obviously good for purees, baby rice, anything like that, maybe little yogurts, whatever. But they're really good for babies to first try, because they're not going to be hard, they're not going to hurt the gums, they're not going to hurt the roof of the mouth. So I think these were brilliant. I got them in a pack of 2, and I got these from Tesco. I think it was about £3 for a pack of 2. Obviously you can get girls, you can get boys ones, but I think these are absolutely brilliant to first start with. When I first weaned my 2-year-old, we was using the harder tipped ones. Sometimes it hit his gums, and anyway, these are just a hell of a lot better. I love these. So like I said, Tommy Tippy, and I got them from Tesco. About £3 I think they were. Then the next thing is obviously bowls. Again, I got these Tommy Tippy ones. You see Tommy Tippy there? And they've got nice little stars on them. I think these are fab. And you get them in a pack of 3. And again, I got these from Tesco. I just think Tommy Tippy are brilliant because you can sterilise these, you can sterilise the spoons, and obviously you're going to need bowls. So Tommy Tippy, pack of 3. The next thing I thought I'd mention is, depending on if you was going to make your own food or whether you was going to buy them, I found a great little thing, because when I was weaning James, my 2-year-old, we found it difficult to find small enough little pots other than ice cube trays to freeze the purees that I was making. And then I came across these little things. I think these are fab. They're about 2 ounce. They're 2 ounces in them, and they're just the right size for first starting. And these are freezable, and they come like this in a pack like this. See, I've got some already in the. These were in the freezer. If you was to take them all out, they're just like ice cube trays, but obviously a lot bigger, and you can take them out like that. You stand that in your freezer, and then you put them all in like that. And they're great because it's just enough. There's just enough for first stages of weaning, because obviously when you're first giving them, it doesn't really matter how much they take, it's just about getting used to food in their mouths. I thought these were fab. I think there's a lot of different ones you can get. I got these are Tesco's own. I got these from Tesco, and I thought they were fab. I have seen them other places, but I just think they're too expensive for what they are, so I got these ones. The next thing I thought I would mention is little juice cups or water cups. You shouldn't really be giving babies juice until they're at least 6 months, but you can get special baby juices, but I don't like using that until they're a little bit older, the sweetness of it. But again, this is Tommy Tippy, and this is 4 to 7 months, and it's great. It's a non-spill one as well, and this is good for when you're first giving the baby food and they're getting it stuck in the roof of their mouth. It's just easy to clean the palate, which is obviously going to be a lot easier for them. And you should really start giving babies a little bit of water, cooled boiled water, I should mention, not tap water. Then, if you aren't going to be making your own, there is a massive, as I'm sure you know, there's a massive range of baby foods you can get from 4 to 7 months, and then 7 to 10 months, and then 10 months onwards. I personally like the little fruit pots. These are, I think, Cow and Gate. These are Cow and Gate pots, and the apple and pear. And it says one pot is one of your 5 fruit and veg a day. And these are great because you can empty these. You can only give them half and then put half in the fridge, which I thought are great. I like the Cow and Gate ones, and I also like the organic ones, which are great. But obviously, they're organic and they're good for you. And they've got no horrible bits and pieces in them that you don't want the babies to have. So yeah, they're great. Other thing I thought I should mention is when you're weaning and you're not going to be sterilising all these things all after every use like you do with bottles, you need to keep your work surfaces and high chairs and whatever else you're using clean and sterile. So Milton is absolutely brilliant. You can also, I think Milton started with when you're doing cold water steriliser, but they brought out a spray. It's 3-in-1 antibacterial surface spray, cleans, disinfects and freshens, and it kills 99.9% of germs, which is great. I use this for high chairs or surfaces when I'm going to be cutting up fruit and veg. I think this is brilliant, and it's a must, definitely a must. So Milton, I think you can get that everywhere. Again, I got this from Tesco. I think it was only £1, because you can also get the anti-bac gel for your hands, which I used to use quite a lot when Matthew was first born. So I think that is great. The next thing I wanted to talk about is obviously where you're going to have your baby sat when you're starting to feed them. They do say that the baby needs to be able to sit up straight and keep their head in line, straight. A lot of people start in the bouncy chairs, but I don't like that because I think they're still quite laid back a little bit. Or you could use one of those high chairs that you can get that recline. I think they're good, but then again, like I said, I'm not really so keen on them being laid back. So what I got this year is the Mamas and Papas cosy seat, and I think that is absolutely fab. I'll just show you ours so you can see. It's like this, and the tray comes off. So you're sitting in there, put the tray on. This is a great little seat, I think, because it does them until the one. Because obviously they've got the tray in it now and it's supported, but you can also take this piece out, and then when they're a little bit old enough, they can sit in it, and it lasts until they're about 1, which I think are absolutely fab. And Matthew sitting in that, even after he's had something to eat, just sits in it to play. Obviously, you need somewhere stable for the baby to be sitting while you're feeding him. So I think those are fab. So what else? If you're going to be making your own, the best thing, you're obviously going to need some sort of blender or something. Now they have all these baby blenders that are coming out, and obviously they're going to be good, but I think if you've already got a blender or a food processor, then what's the point in going and buying a little baby one? You might as well just use your own. I have one, it's absolutely fab, and I use it 2 times a week to make his food. It all depends, because the trays that I've got, they've got 8 in, so that usually lasts me 4 days, depending on what I've put in it. Sometimes I put fruit, sometimes I will do that is turnip, I think, and I've got some sweet potato puree in there as well. Absolutely brilliant, because he loves that, and he purees it properly. So you're obviously going to need some sort of food processor or just a really good masher, because at this age they're not wanting to have any lumps or anything like that. It needs pure puree. Another good thing to have as well would be a steamer. I recently read that steaming vegetables is better because it keeps all the nutrients in rather than when you're boiling them and it just all comes out into the water. And obviously you don't want to use that water afterwards, so steaming is supposed to be brilliant. Should obviously might take a little bit longer to do, but whatever's best for the baby, I suppose. I don't personally have a steamer yet, but it is on my Christmas list. As we can see, it is Christmas, so Merry Christmas. And it is on my Christmas list, so hopefully cross fingers that I get one of those this year and I'll be able to start steaming. You can sort of make a type of steamer with putting a little bit of boiled water onto a pan and then put in like a colander on top. Obviously not touching the water, but having colander on top, and then just having the water on a simmer, so that should steam things. But I don't know whether that works. It's just what I was recently told. So whatever works for you guys. If you want to boil them, if you want to steam them, it's up to you. It all depends. Plus, if you've got more than one child like me, it can sometimes be difficult if you're already cooking one meal or you're busy doing something. It's just so much easier to stick them on boil, and then you know in 5-10 minutes that it's going to be done. So that's great. I also thought I'd talk about breakfasts. They do say start with one meal a day, just to get them used to it, and I always thought breakfast was a good time to start, and there's not really much you can make for breakfast unless you was just going to give them fruit. I personally like the packet or boxes of baby cereals, and they're really good. We're using a fruity yoghurt one at the minute and he absolutely loves it. It's the one thing that I know he's definitely just going to wolf down. I absolutely loves them. You can get Farley's ones, you can get Callangate. I think Aptamil do one. Aptamil are brilliant. I will always stand by Aptamil. I used Aptamil with my first child. I'm now using Aptamil with Matthew. And they're now bringing more products out, so the cereals are great as well. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for weaning. Just go at your own pace. There's a lot of people who are just, there's going to be so many people, your mum, your sister, your gran, your health visitor, the nurses, the doctors, magazines, internet, everything's going to tell you something different. So you are the one who's with your child 24/7. You know what's best and you know them better, so just go at your own pace. If you start and you don't think they're ready, then just leave it a bit and start again in a week or two. Just do what's best for you and don't be letting people just tell you what to do because they don't know your baby. You know your baby, so you've got to do what's best for you. So that's great. I think that should be about it for weaning. I think you should stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more good videos coming up, especially over the Christmas period, because I like to do a lot of crafty things with the kids. So I shall be doing some more videos about that. And just like and stay tuned. I just thought he's stressing out a bit, so I just thought I'd show you and say hi. So this is Matthew. Hi. He's a good boy. So yeah, stay tuned, and there should be more videos coming up soon, so like and subscribe. Say bye.